Good afternoon, my lovelies. It is Saturday, October 23rd, 2021. We are here at the intersection of Carlton and Parliament Street at the start of Cabbagetown. And this is part two of a two-parter with my very special guest. There you go.
Hello.
So this is Johnny Strides. This is a very well-known Toronto walktuber. So we are collaborating today on a video. So I'm doing the part two, and he just finished up part one. So right now we are heading down Carlton. Yeah. And we're going into historic Cabbagetown, which is the largest concentration of Victorian homes in Canada. We also have Victorian homes in Halifax, but not in one great big concentration.
And maybe if we're lucky, we'll get to see some Halloween decorations.
That's what I'm hoping for.
That's the reason why you've handpicked this neighborhood?
It is. I'm all about the spooky season.
And the best time to walk through here, I would think, is the fall. So you've done well on both fronts.
There's something peeking over there. Oh look, subway rats. So we got a few decorations here. We have Metcalf Street. Do you want to go up here?
Sure, you're the boss.
I'm the boss.
There's a plaque on that house. Might be better to be on that side.
Yeah, because there's parking here. Oh, it's Tyler Cranston's house. So he was a Canadian figure skater and Olympian. And that was him.
Do you have anything like this in Halifax?
Nothing. We don't have brick homes, really.
Was it settled in the 1800s? It must have been.
Settled in 1749.
Shows how much I pay attention.
That's okay, I'll forgive you this time. So we crossed the street and there's the decorations. So I'm not sure if that caught on camera, but that was Tyler Cranston going home.
That was?
That was him. I mean, we have streets that are kind of reminiscent of this, but without. And they're all mostly down by Dalhousie University in the West End. Kind of gives it like that spookiness.
I live streamed through here during the holidays, and there was a number of really well done Christmas decorations.
Oh, that would be so nice.
Here's something on the right.
Ooh, creepy dolls. It's a lot of effort. Mm-hmm. There's a look down Winchester Street.
So we're gonna head up to Wellesley, I guess.
Yep. We'll take a look at the cottages. I'm gonna get on your left. Sorry. Pays to be short.
I think this is what those people were looking at. It's pretty good. I'll give it a 6 out of 10.
Yeah. Well, they even had it up at the top.
Got more of those rats.
I wonder if they play Danganronpa.
Perhaps. I'm expecting to see some of those Squid Game costumes this year. The pink jumpsuit with the black face mask.
Oh, with the triangle, circle, or square. I have a friend of mine. She's going as the creepy red light, green light doll. Did you watch Squid Games?
I'm 2 episodes in.
The first episode was kind of a sleeper.
I didn't finish Alice in Borderland, which I wanted to finish before I started Squid Game, but here we are. I don't know, I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
I love Squid Games.
On a very related topic, I started watching Acapulco.
Ooh.
That's a cute house. So the cottages should be just up here.
Revenge.
It's a one-party consent province. So
I consented. I consented for you.
that's all you need in Ontario. And those people that don't like filming in public need to understand that. How am I? Oh, we're not at Wellesley yet. That's the problem. That's why I'm all confused.
Okay. Prohibition Lane.
So, I think from here, I thought this might go all the way up to Wellesley. But I would recommend going left and then hopping up on a laneway. So you can show your viewers a Toronto laneway, as exciting as those are. Well, these
Yeah.
are cottage style homes. A lot of the homes were workers' cottages. This was originally a very blue-collar part of town. Do you know how it gets its name, Cabbagetown?
From the Irish. And they grew their food in the front yards. And cabbages are still, I think they're mostly associated with the Irish.
I think it's a very hardy vegetable that'll grow in
Everything.
a lot of different conditions. There's some cottage-style homes on the left.
Oop, sun glare. Oh, this one's unique with the stonework.
I was thinking this might be a
Yeah, no,
laneway worth exploring, but it does not appear to be so.
No, I remember looking at it on Google Earth, or not Google Earth, Street View.
your videos, is there a time you try to hit? Like, it should be 30 minutes, or is it just, it's as long as it takes kind of thing?
It's as long as it takes. I mean, I was in Peggy's Cove last week, and I think that video was close to an hour long. Of jumping on the rocks and seeing the lighthouse and the ocean. So I finally ventured outside of the city.
And you want to end up with that skyline view at Riverdale Park East.
Of course.
Okay. If you watch my channel, you should be able to walk there blindfolded.
Probably.
It's almost cliche for me to go there.
You seem to know it best. That or Dundas Square.
I'm a fan of the skyline. I just think we have one of the best skylines in North America, if not probably number 2 or number 3. And that is easily one of the best places to see it. So here we are at Wellesley Street.
Yeah, because the cottages are up here.
Do you have these cannabis shops in Halifax?
No, we don't.
So how do you acquire?
We have to go to the NSLC, which is our equivalent to the LCBO. So it's all controlled through there. You will see little pop-ups happening in places, then the cops come and take it down because it's not regulated, which is a crock, in my opinion.
So they just play whack-a-mole?
Yep. And it's not at every NSLC store that you can get it. It's like certain ones. So inside the city itself on the peninsula, there's 2. And it is hella expensive. That's not it, is it?
There'll be a sign that says Wellesley Cottages.
Okay. Revenge, huh? Okay.
If I am wrong,
Because we're coming up to Laurier. This is the best part about walking. And you get lost, it's an adventure.
it's the home of Walter Houston, an Academy Award-winning actor.
Was he any relation to the director? Can't think of his name at the moment, but Father of Angelica?
I am the wrong person to ask.
And there's a little free library. We have those. We have lots of them.
And I think this is what we're looking for just
Yes.
here on the left. Sure, if you live here, you're just used to people wandering here and looking at your home and turning around and leaving.
Ta-da! So these were the original like workers' cottages.
Yep. Now they're $1 million plus homes. They're probably north of $2 million. So are you gonna publish this video as a premiere?
I probably can't do that on Monday as a premiere because I'm going to be flying out.
Well, you could do it later in the day, or you could do
Or
it
that evening. I could probably do it Monday evening. Tuesday I'm back at work.
If I can get a video in for Monday, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Other than that,
So this one here has a plaque with the workers' cottage from
1897.
yeah.
I think this entire area is a heritage district. So these people are very limited in terms of
What they can do.
renovations they can
Yeah, it's the same with the heritage properties at home. You have to apply to get repairs done, even just to paint like at the exterior. See, I did that really stealthily.
Is there a route you have in mind to get through Riverdale, or are we just gonna find our way there?
Find our way there. We can go down like Sumac.
I would say Sumac or Sackville
Yeah.
would be the two.
This isn't Sackville here, is it?
No.
No.
But we should go straight down this laneway. That'll pop us out on a really nice street,
Mm-hmm.
and then take us back to Wellesley.
See, they have the drainage down the middle of the concrete. I have to see the dragon. There was a mysterious decoration that Ken saw last year down here, and we were all trying to figure out who it was. We never figured it out. And it was an inflatable like this. That's a historical building. Now we do have a townhouse like this block here in the West End. I am not going to pronounce his last name. I don't know how to speak Czech.
Skriver? Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah. And they got the gas light at their door.
So your walks are different from mine in that you seem to be more of a stop and smell the roses
I am.
kind of person, whereas I'm more of a point A to point B. Here's the journey.
But
I'll point the camera at it, but my legs aren't going to slow down.
You gotta stop and smell the roses.
I think it's just different.
We all have our styles too, because I noticed Ken has a different style.
I'm more of a short attention span person myself. That's why I kind of walk a little faster and I keep it moving. You could take this to Sumac or Sackville.
Okay. Well, that's the necropolis up ahead, isn't it?
Pretty much. And then there's a little park at the end of the street. That was the park I was in one day when we both started a live stream at exactly the same time.
I remember that.
I recorded a walk just north of here, and then I found my way over there.
got to win the lotto so I can buy a house.
Is this the neighborhood you'd buy a house in? Someone beat you to that one.
I know. It would be nice, but when I lived in the city, I was a West End girl. I lived in the West End most of the time. I started off at Pape Village just for like 2 months.
Just north of Greektown?
Just north of Greektown. And Cosburn. And then I moved to Bloor Lansdowne off of St. Clarence. And then I was at Ossington and DuPont just off of Gary Avenue when it used to be really gritty.
Yeah, Gary's a bit of a up and coming street now.
It's very hipsterish, if that's a good term to call it. It's kind of like the neighborhood that I'm in Halifax. It used to be kind of a rough area, and now it's gentrified. But I like it. I like my neighborhood.
Well, if it wasn't for all the damn construction, I would love mine, but that is a perpetual reality in Toronto. I don't know if you said Sumac or Sackville, but it's Sumac.
We can go down Sumac. Is that Sackville straight ahead?
No, I think it's
back there.
us and south of Block. I can verify that. Yeah, it's in the other direction, but
Okay, this is fine.
they're equally nice.
I feel like I overdressed. I have a t-shirt under here, and this is my only long sleeve that I brought.
Well, it's going to get considerably cooler later.
Yeah. Because when I checked the weather coming, like before I left, it was supposed to be very consistent with what Halifax was having. And then when I woke up this morning, it was 3 degrees.
There's the necropolis on the left. You can wave to Jack Layton as we walk by.
I met him in 2008 when I was here. He was campaigning because it was an election year.
Well, you can still watch his wife campaign from time to time. Not successfully, mind you, but I think she was running to be mayor.
And then your favorite person became mayor.
Mr. Tory?
Mr. Tory.
I just don't think a corporate suit type is the best fit for a city occupied by actual people.
I always think the best candidate for a mayor should be like a city planner.
Well, Jennifer Keesmaat is exactly that. And
Yeah.
she has experience in Toronto, and she has an impeccable track record.
Exactly.
She understands all the issues the city faces from a completely different perspective than Tory. And what's he doing? He's chairing meetings at Rogers Telecommunications earlier in the week. I try not to be overly political, but when it relates to the city of Toronto, I'll throw my 2 cents.
Exactly.
I'm not a fan of him or the dummy running the whole province.
Oh, Dougie?
Not a fan.
No, I'm not a fan of him either.
Although one thing they did that I do like is they finally, probably because an election is coming up, is they issued a roadmap of when we'll finally be out of this, providing the numbers hold the course.
All right, this is the mystery inflatable that Ken did not understand who it was, and I didn't know who it was.
So we found it?
We found it. So if anybody knows what this is, the great mystery of Halloween decorations, let me know in the comments. I tried to find it last year. I thought it was something from Nightmare Before Christmas, but because it has like that Jack Skellington look. And across the street is the necropolis.
And then across the street from that is the farm.
Is the Riverdale Farm. Now, do you know how old the necropolis is when that was established?
Nope.
Okay.
Do you?
No. That's why I was asking you.
Here's Riverdale Park West. I don't know if you want to cut through the park or take this down to Carlton.
We can cut through the park.
Okay. You could walk along the farm and see some animals maybe if you want. You should be able to see the horses.
And there's one of those, what Ken would call an old-timey corner store. How's Bellator?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought that's right.
But I was having an exchange with someone in my comment section who called me out for being incorrect on something, and then being the stubborn ASSHOLE that I am,
Oh, you can swear on my channel.
decided to prove them wrong, and I posted my evidence, and now I've just got War and Peace as a reply to that.
Wow.
My video that I'm posting tomorrow morning started off here, and they were filming something in the park. So I got a little bit of that, like actual filming a live scene at the start of my video.
Mm-hmm.
Then I turned around and there's a man in the bench who asked me about my camera. Then I walked just 1 minute in that direction and someone else was asking me about my camera. I was like, this is really weird. I'm in this kind of quiet park.
I've had a few people, like when I've been in Halifax, like ask. I find when I'm doing the live streams, they think I'm doing it on Twitch. And I said, no, I leave that for the kids. I'm doing YouTube. But especially if I'm doing downtown at night and I'm on Argyle Street where all the bars are.
You can smell that farm air, can't you?
I'm used to it. I'm from a very rural province.
And there's a couple of cows right there. There's horses behind that. I think there's goats in the pen right next to that. They call it a farm. It's really more of a zoo. I don't see much farming going on. Is the eastern terminus of Carlton Street. So we didn't walk along Carlton, but we made it
Mm-hmm.
from Carlton and Parliament to Carlton and Riverdale Park West.
Squirrels are huge here.
You're well fed.
You got peanuts?
Let's not talk about it. We're going to walk across the park.
Yep.
And finish up with the skyline view.
Yes. Oh, there's the sheep over there. Yeah, I'm about 29 minutes in.
Back on the right side. Debbie's microphone is pointing to her right. That's why there's this preference for me to be on the right.
Stairs, stairs, and more stairs. Oh, that's what you were talking about one time with for your bike. I think you mentioned it one time.
Probably. But this is the lesser of the two Riverdale Park tobogganing bikes. stairs and the hill on Riverdale Park East, you'll just see people marching up and down there.
It's a good exercise. I see that at Citadel Hill in Halifax, because that's a really steep incline for that hill.
There's another one on the other side, which I'm thinking of disappearing into.
See, that's why I didn't have coffee with breakfast this morning.
I have the luxury of running ahead and catching up. This whole park's basically a big off-leash zone. I don't think it's officially off-leash, but people treat it that way.
Mm-hmm. I can never remember the name of the health center that's there.
Bridgepoint. It used to be Riverdale Hospital. And it was in like a half horseshoe shape.
Yeah.
It's kind of an iconic building that they tore down. They built that and they converted the old jail into an admin office for the hospital.
And they still do tours.
Yep. That's right where East Triumph is. I've got a few friends that live right along there, so it's kind of handy.
That's pretty good. And you played softball in this field once?
Many times. And once we get on that overpass, we'll be out of downtown pretty much.
Well, the DVP doesn't look too much like a parking lot.
Usually south of Eglinton, it's pretty good. It's one of those anomalies. North of Eglinton, it's usually just a parking lot.
Oh, that goes up to the farm. So this is my first time in this area too. In person. I've lived vicariously every time like that you've been here. I think Ken was here one time.
I think he's been through here a few times.
And the Walking Man dude was here on those steps.
Whoever that is. He even live streamed around here once.
I missed that one.
I don't think he learned a lot of live streams up for YouTube. I think he just takes them down.
And that's Bayview there.
Yep. Proper road. I think with Ken and the live stream, since it's 4, and we're meeting for dinner at 6.
6 or 7.
6. Susan was pretty clear. She moved it up to 6.
Okay.
There might be some overlap where you start and Don River.
It's not a very fast river around here. It's kind of stagnant.
Not exactly rapids. You can see the cars hitting their brake lights as they go north.
Yeah.
It's always when you get to Eglinton, and it's just wrong. Have traffic jams in Halifax?
Yes. They're not as bad as here, but when you're from Halifax, everybody thinks it is. There's only so many corridors to get into the peninsula where everybody works, so it does get a little bit of bottlenecky.
I'm going to scoot ahead.
Oh yeah.
And use this facility. Are you going to take the hill or the path?
I'll take the path.
I will catch up to you.
Okay. Alrighty. So while he's doing what he's doing, I'm going to make my way up a hill. We already know how I am with hills. I'm just going to go up the pathway here. I made a plan not to drink coffee this morning at brunch, where I was with Godwin and Ryan Rides. He does e-scooter videos here in the GTA, and with Terratopia. So while we had our breakfast, I just made sure that I had just water with it. And then I went to an event afterwards, and I had a matcha latte, but it was huge and I couldn't even drink it all. So look at the eastern part of Riverdale. Now we all have our different styles of recording. I do like to stop and look at things. I'll wait for him. I'll be nice. It says danger, steep hill. You have to dismount.
I would not dismount.
Rebel.
That's part of... Oh, there's the Don Jail. Right
There is the Don Jail.
It's right there.
Yeah.
I think you want to go left.
Yep. For the view.
How long's your video now?
40 minutes.
going to live stream tomorrow?
I'm not sure. I want to because I have to make up for last night. I just have to see what my scheduling is going to be like. Just that I'm meeting up with a friend later, tomorrow.
What data provider are you with?
Tell us.
Oh, that should work fine. Broadview Avenue, and the northeastern direction is Greektown. To the southeast is East Chinatown. And coming up on the left, one of the best views of any city anywhere.
Yep. That's why I wanted to do it, to see the view. Have you seen Charlie lately?
A few times. One of my two friends that lives around here has Charlie joint custody over Charlie, so I get to see him every once in a while. I'll be maybe doing a dog walk with another dog called Digby pretty soon.
My glasses fogged up on me. So this is me blind as a bat.
So we want to get around this big
Yep.
patch here, and then once we're past that.
Now this was a landfill, you said?
Yep. There's a plaque there that should probably tell us that. But
Yeah, they just had like people tobogganing.
there's another one coming up. Well, these green holes here are actually releasing gas from the landfill. This time last year, this park would have been covered with people drinking in the park. Because, oh, that dog's got a huge stick. Look at that.
That's a tree. He's happy though.
Because we weren't allowed to go to bars. So a lot of people just kind of met up with friends. And this and Trinity Bellwoods were probably the biggest spots for that. Almost there.
Almost. So that's Midtown up there.
Yeah. Strides Land.
Strides Land.
You gotta be correct with our
Strides
terminology.
Land.
But if you're gonna hang out with Ken, you gotta call. He's very anal about that stuff.
Yeah, he doesn't like it when people take his sayings. He let me say it last night on his video.
Just a tad bigger than Halifax?
Just a tad, just, you know, a smaller.
Not much though. Almost.
No. My city of 500,000.
Are you working your Zoom?
For some reason, my Zoom wasn't working for me earlier. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's because I have wide language. No, because I've done Zoom because I usually do it up on the glass, and it's not letting me do it. It's being finicky today. Oh well. But I will take out my camera, my phone, and take a picture. I'm all red-faced. Working off breakfast.
Thanks for having me along.
Yes.
Truck through Cabbagetown and Riverdale Park.
Alrighty. Thanks for coming along with me and being an excellent tour guide, even though you're not a tour guide, but you know.
What you guys didn't see was she did air quotes when she said excellent. That's okay.
He's lying.
Welcome to Toronto and bon voyage at the same time, since you're leaving.
I'm leaving on Monday. This is like my whirlwind quickie trip, and just to let everybody know, today is my 1-year anniversary of my channel, where I did my first upload on October 23rd of last year. So this is a fitting way to celebrate my first year as a YouTuber. So I'm going to thank you guys for tuning in and seeing part 2. I will put the link to Johnny Stride's part 1 in the description, right? Yep, okay. So with that, I am going to end everything. I do want to thank everybody from Patreon and channel members for supporting the channel. And if you do want to support the channel, I do have links down below for my PayPal and Patreon. And with that, I shall see you next time. Bye!